Hi there, Stampers. Welcome to Lori's Stamping Creations. I am running a minute late. I had some technical difficulties. I don't know, my video is not close up, so I'll try to remember to bring the cards up. Anyway, I'm not very good at this, but we're going to go ahead and continue and carry on. So I do have 8 cards to share this evening, and before we get into tonight's, I wanted to do a recap of 2 weeks ago. Of course, last week was the Super Bowl, and I did not do my Sunday share a card, but on February 1st, this card was drawn for the winner of everybody who voted. So I had several people vote for this card as one of their favorites, and this was card number 3, if you remember. February 1st was a while back, but anyway, congratulations to Renee C. I don't say her last name, but Renee C., if you're watching, I will get this card to you because your name was drawn. All right, so it was just a real simple little fun fold, and thank you for everybody who voted. Okay, so now we're going to carry on to the 8 cards tonight, and we're going to start with card number 1. So once again, if you feel like voting, or just leave me a comment, let me know what you're doing today, or if you had nice weather this weekend where you live, and whatever you want to comment or vote is a preference. But anyway, I will put your name in a drawing to win one of these 8 cards. Okay, so anyway, this is card number 1 if you do like to vote, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this paper right here. There's 2 pieces of designer series paper, and that comes from the paper that you can get for $5 right now. It's called Painted Illusions Designer Series paper, and with a $75 purchase, if you purchase $75 with me this month, you can get this awesome paper for just $5. So that's a couple of the patterns there, and let's see, some bright and cheerful designs, which I love. I love bright colors. So I'll just go ahead and share some of these with you and turn them over. Some of them are duplicates. But anyway, I just wanted to show you up close and personal this designer paper that is February's product of the month. Okay. And like I said, I use these 2 papers here, come from that pack, and then I also used some new products. Let's see, I used the Springtime Scenes. So this image, this die and stamps, stamped images come from Springtime Scenes, which is an online exclusive. And then this I Appreciate You comes from this stamp set, Words of Beauty. So this real skinny sentiment that says I appreciate you. Okay, so Words of Beauty for that one, which is new. And then here is the bundle that I just told you about, the Springtime Scenes. So I used the ladybug, and then with the dies, I used a leaf and this leaf here, and of course the ladybug die. Okay, once again, these are online exclusive products. Okay, card number 1 if you'd like to vote, and you might get some happy mail if you are the winner. All right, and then we'll move on to card number 2, which is Easter. I use some of the Easter Joy designer paper that's new, and the Easter Basket bundle, which is in the spring mini catalog. If you don't have that mini catalog yet, please reach out to me, and I can get you a copy of that mini catalog with Stampin' Up. So here's the stamp set. Both these bunnies are super cute. And then the, of course, the Easter basket die, and the grass is really neat also. So I used several of those on this card, and I just love this pretty paper. This little strip here is also comes from that designer pack. And then of course you've got some of the embellishments that come with those, or that you can get with that bundle. All right, card number 2 for Easter, if you are voting. Card number 3. This was at a recent class the other day, and I used the Floral Charm designer paper, which is still available. So all 3 of these, this pattern here, this blue, and this floral image, all 3 of those come from that paper pack, Floral Charm. And then I used some of the brand new Berry Burst ribbon. And this is, I don't know if you can see that stitches on this die here. That comes from the Stylish Shapes dies. And then I just used a couple circle punches there. Okay, now this with Sincere Thanks comes from another new set that's called Scalloped Wishes. So with Sincere Thanks, and I like this font on here. There's several good sentiments there. And I did not bring the dies down, but there's some neat oval dies if you get the whole bundle with that. Okay. All right. Again, if you are voting, this is card 3. Excuse me. Okay. Before we go on to card number 4, I do want to point out, remember at the very first card I told you about the designer paper that you can get. If you spend $75, you can get that designer paper for $5 for the product of the month. But I do want to point out also that I have a special deal going on right now. Also, if you place a $75 online order, you get $15 free credit from me. So Stampin' Up! Gives you rewards. You would get $7.50 rewards from Stampin' Up! And then I would give you an additional $15 free to use on another order. Okay, so $75 gets you $15. So that's a pretty good deal. So that goes until the end of February. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to, we're up to card number 4. Just want to make sure I told you that before I got done. I forgot to tell you about my special. Okay, so this, let's see. This is card number 4, like I said. And I used the pretty annual catalog designer paper that's called Beautiful Gallery and Gallery Blooms Bundle. So the stamp set and the die to cut out those flowers. Okay. The Stylish Shapes dies are my favorite. If you don't have those, this die here and this circle die comes from Stylish Shapes. Hello, Renee. Hello, Lori. Thanks for tuning in. That's card number 4 if you'd like to vote. All right. And then now we're moving on to the next one. This is card 5. This paper, oh, I've been using that. I think I'm on my 3rd pack of this designer paper. I absolutely love it. And it's called Lovely Blossoms designer paper. And the Lovely Arrangements dies is where this die comes from. I will show you. It's been very popular, this die right here. And then with the stamp set, of course, you have sentiments with the stamp set and some floral images and things like that. So once again, that's Lovely Arrangements dies. It was on back order because it was so popular. I think it's available now, though. And then I used Thanks a Million as my sentiment. And that comes from the Banner Sayings dies. Okay. And then I think that's it. For this paper, I used 3 different patterns out of that paper pack for this lovely card. All right. That's card number 5. And then card number 6. This was a recent class also. And that's that same lovely arrangements. You've got the flowers and you've got this die in the background here, and a hello friend comes from that. And I use my favorite color, Secret Sea. Secret Sea is a current in color, and I absolutely love it. One of my favorites. So that's card 6. And then we're moving on to another recent class project. And this is card number 7, Round Hello. So this sentiment and this flower and all of these images in the background come from another new set. It's called A Round of Hellos. Boy, that's not very easy to say. All right. And then Mossy Meadow and Calypso Coral and Basic Beige is my color combo for that one. And last but not least, we have card number 8. This is probably my favorite, but you know, you might not like it. It might not be your thing, but I like the coral and the gold together. And these products are in the current Spring Mini catalog. Like I said, if you don't have this, let me know. On pages 24 and 25, I used this beautifully adorned ephemera pack, this gold flower, and then I used this little die right over here where my finger is, and of course some of that paper. This paper is one of my favorites. I think I'm on my 2nd or 3rd pack of this also because I love it so much. So pages 24 and 25 are worth you checking out if you have not seen these lovely products. Oh, thanks, Renee. I appreciate that. Too hard to choose, she said. But anyway, okay, so this is card number 8, and this is the final card. I do want to point out this banner. This little piece here was cut with the 3 banner punch as well as this right here. I just snipped off the top part and only used half of that. And then, of course, the words, and I will bring this in. It was on back order, but I just checked it is available as of right now anyway. I don't know if you can see this, but this is called 3 banner punch, and there's 3 different sizes and points to these banners for your sentiments. So that's really cool. And I think we are done. So we're going to bring them all back in backwards order like I like to do. Number 8, 7, card 6, 5, 4, 3, card number 2, and card number 1. So thanks so much for watching Lori Stampin' Creations. Until next time, happy stamping. Bye-bye.